to the beginning of your career, like,
Yeah.
tell me the journey. Like, what got you to wrestling?
Well, I've said this before. I'll say it again because I think for me, it's like it's a proud moment for me for a lot of
Uh-huh.
reasons. And I got into wrestling on a personal challenge. Right. So
Mm.
I had my kids young. Right. So,
Yeah.
when I probably about, I don't know how many years ago it was back then, I'm talking to my kids. They're just becoming teenagers. My daughter was 13. My son was probably 11. And I'm telling them, hey, man, you can do anything you want in life if you put your mind to it. And I truly believe that. It doesn't matter if it's you, an old man, a young man, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, it's achievable, man. You just have to, write it down, create an avenue, create a path to get
Hmm.
there, and then don't stop, chase that dream down. And you can get there. It doesn't really matter how far fetched. Now, I mean, there are caveats to that, like, if you can't sing, you're not going to be a singer. But there's, realistically, you can do whatever it is that you
Yeah.
want. So I'm telling them this. I don't know. It was make fun of dad day, so they were like, "Yeah, whatever, dad." Ha ha ha. Right. So I told them, hey, I'm gonna choose something that you would never ever even think of me doing, and I'm gonna show you that if you put your mind to it, you can do it. So I found a pro wrestling school, which is right here,
Hmm.
Pro Wrestling Revolution Training Academy. Um, I started training, and within a few months, I was in the ring wrestling. And before you know it, I was wrestling it, all everywhere in this area. And I've done a lot of things with Pro Wrestling Revolution on global internet pay per view. I've been on All Pro Wrestling, which is another big promotion out here in Northern California. I don't know if you're familiar with Beyond the Mat, but
Hmm.
Beyond the Mat was a wrestling documentary, and All Pro Wrestling APW was highlighted on that documentary. And I've wrestled for them for years, and they've given me a big platform. And then United Wrestling Network, man. I've been blessed between those three promotions on a grand scale. They've put me in front of like internet,
Yeah.
I pay per view. Also, now I'm on TV, weekly or every other week or whatever. Actually weekly, because even on the programs where I'm not wrestling, you can see my face on the signature when they start. So I'm there every week, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing for two reasons. One, in I'm able to progressively build myself up to where
Hmm.
I started and where I am now, and I have a lot more work to do, a lot more climbing to do. The other blessing is I was able to achieve my goal, which was, my kids now know that you can do anything you want. I proved it. You can do anything you want in life. You put your mind to it, and now my kids, they're chasing down their dreams. I tell them, hey, it doesn't matter if you want to be a janitor, bro. Honestly, if it makes you happy and that's your dream, then be the best that you can be. You know what I mean? Don't 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 be a part of the business. Be the business. There's nothing that you can't do, and there's no heights that you can't achieve if you just put your mind to it. You chase that down. So um, that's really where it is, man. I mean, the rest is history. That's how I got started, and I'm proud to say that every single time because I think that my kids are on the right track, and I'm excited to see where they're going to be in a few years.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome, man. That's so awesome that you're in so. It's such a
Yeah,
beautiful story. It really
yeah,
is. You
I
know,
appreciate that.
you're being a role model to them, and you're showing anything is possible. And as long as you stay consistent and just keep
Yeah,
doing and don't stop, and you're an example of it, man. Because everything you're doing, it's amazing work, and it shows. And and I wanted to know, when you went to the school, when you went to Wrestling Revolution, your first day, how was it? What was the training like?